Hi everyone, it's your boy Sean. Welcome back to another Summoner Sword video. So recently I saw a Reddit post about this guy and his 1 month old account, and he's achieved so much in the game that I was mind blown. And the coolest thing about this guy is that he used teams that I've never seen or never thought of before. So I gave him a call to interview him, ask him what are his thought process behind this, and now his account is 2 months old and it's still mind blowing me. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the interview. I hope it's helpful to many of you who are breaking into the game or just trying to find these new meta units that you can use in your early game progression. And I'll catch you guys in the video. So I saw your post on Reddit, and I saw all the team and achievement, and I was really impressed with the things that you've achieved without using Veramos.
Cool.
Without even having a Megan, because those two are the two units that I suggest to people to make like all the time when they ask me like, oh, do you have any tips for like starter dragon, starter what, blah blah blah, you know? So you are using mainly, let me see, this one particular guy, the water barrier king, which is awesome. So you want to tell me why you make that? You make this guy?
Absolutely. So Aegir is his name. I pulled him, I think like a few weeks in, and I realized he would fit a few of my comps pretty well, both G10 and D10. I really like him. I think he's very flexible. In D10, he's a strip, he's an ATB drain, he's a brand, and he cycles his turns really quick. Because his S3 will often give him 100% ATB drain. I mean absorb actually. So even unskilled, he's pretty useful. And I even like to bring
him is unskilled, right? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he's unskilled, and to be honest, I've even thought about skilling him because I like him so much. I mean, I use him in Guild War defense, Guild War offense. I just found him to be a generally useful unit in a lot of different scenarios. My favorite unit by far has been Loren. So like in my worldview, I've had a lot of arguments with people about, sort of Veramos and about whether or not he's worth fusing, and I think he is fusing for like complete beginners. I think for more experienced people who are kind of starting fresh, I think there's a pretty good argument against him. But in general,
we're talking about Veramos, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think sort of the way I went with Lulu since her buff, I think Loren is actually, she picks up all the things that Bella normally does, and she does even more, in my opinion. I mean, she's an ATB drain, she's a dual strip, a heal block, a slow defense break. She's just an incredibly robust kit.
Do you say strip? This thing doesn't strip, right?
Loren strips.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Lauren? I'm dead serious.
The light cargo strip?
Yes, Loren's S2 is a double strip, and get this.
Wait, it's a strip and heal block?
Yes, it's a strip and a heal block.
Wait, one second, I don't believe you. Let me read the skill real quick. Attack enemy 2 times
look at it.
and remove.
Yeah, that's
right. I didn't know that.
Now get this. Not only that, it's a double strip. All right, so it'll actually remove 2 buffs, and the way the order of the effects is applied, it'll strip straight into a defense break.
Exactly.
So in a single S2, I would love the day I get a Tiana, right? But until I get a Tiana, all right, she is actually my single target strip defense break in arena. I open straight with Loren, and then I just single target nuke.
That is even better than Bella.
She's amazing. She's an incredible safety net in G10. She'll like literally, she'll always be the martyr. Always. I love it. She's great for Dragons 10 because she's obviously she's a strip, but she's also a defense break. So I don't have Galleon yet, but she's still really useful because she just defense breaks absolutely everything she touches. I use her in TOA actually as like additional ATB drain and utility. And because she's element neutral, like, if Spectra ever misses a slow, just boom, you get the slow right on them. You just pick off people with defense breaks. My first TOA completion, I did TOA 100 on day 30 actually, and that required a lot of effort, to be honest. I I was happy to get it done, but it definitely required a lot of playtime. But I did it on day 30 without Beretta. I actually just fused Beretta within the last 3 days to try to push past TOH 70.
TOA hard 70?
Yeah, I already did TOA hard 70.
Wow,
without Beretta.
You are faster than people that play for like half a year. Dang!
Yeah.
Without Beretta, that's so impressive. So your only main source of damage is
I literally
Sigmarus.
just fused him like 2 days ago. He's in my storage right now. Haven't ruined him yet. I want to try to. So I'm mostly a free to play guy, by the way. So for me, like,
wait, what is that? Mostly a free to play. What pack that you bought?
I bought one growth pack.
What's that?
$30 growth pack.
What does
growth pack 1?
Oh, it's like the beginner pack kind of thing. They give you like
it's
a one-time offer, right?
It's basically, yeah, it's called the growth pack 1, and I thought it was a really good deal. And it gives you like crystals as you level.
Okay.
Anyway, it was nice. It allowed me to kind of play nonstop for the first month.
Yeah.
But anyway, because I don't intend to invest any more in the game, that initial purchase, TOA is really significant for me. Those resources.
Yeah.
So that was definitely one of my major priorities with like my comps, and I actually find that Sig, since his buff, is just like incredible. I mean, you'll probably notice looking around that he's one of my best ruined units actually. But as long as you can just pick off people with some defense breaks with Loren, Ice Volcano will just plow waves. Just fantastic. You give him some nice crit damage, and it's amazing. I fully skilled him, and it's just constant CC, constant damage. And I normally actually run a no healer comp. So in TOA I just strictly I run like Lapis, Sig, Loren. I just pulled Mav recently, but I was running Bernard and hold on, who is the other one I'm forgetting? Spectra, of course. Yeah, and so I didn't actually have any DOTs, which made some things slower, but it made bosses really, really easy because you just defense break and nuke with Sig and Spectra, and you don't even have to touch the ads. Like literally one Ice Volcano, CC him for a turn or two, nuke, and the boss you can just nuke in like 2 to 3 rounds of combat. It's incredible. So that really allowed me to plow through TOA much earlier, I think, than most people do.
The Sigmarus is just incredible, right?
Oh my god, he's my favorite unit. Yeah, he's unbelievable. He carries me absolutely everywhere. Yeah.
So I see Lulu a lot in everywhere, and even in your profile picture on Discord. So do you think Lulu plays Veramos entirely? Because he cleanse, he heal, he put up immunity and everything.
I think Lulu has a lot. Let me put it this way. I think Lulu has a longer lifespan than Veramos does.
Lifespan, as in progress into late game?
Yeah. As in, I mean, there's a lot of people who joke about some really good players using Lulu in Guild War Defense, but Lulu is one of the only farmable immunity mons out there.
Yeah.
And
it's
there
ridiculous.
Are situations where you need immunity that a Veramos just does not cover.
Exactly.
And the reality is, in my opinion, the role that Veramos plays for most people early on can be covered by a lot of different units, including Lulu, with some intentionality and with some careful runing. But I think that in a certain sense, I just don't think that Veramos is worth the investment. That's all.
Okay, so will you ever fuse Veramos? Do you see yourself?
So I did. So when I first started playing the game, I literally, when I was my very first account, I actually made years ago, like 2014. I only played for a few months, and I did get the Veramos fusion done, and then I got sidetracked and stopped playing for years. And then I played Path of Exile for quite a while, racing, and got burnt out from that after a little bit, and kind of regained interest in Summoner's War recently. So I came back, but I also, I knew a little bit about the game, but I kind of wanted to to play in a different way than I played the first time.
Yeah.
So I did some research and watched a lot of streamers, and learned a lot about the game. It was cool.
Yeah. Oh, so you play a little bit before. So this is a bit of context. This account is 2 months old. All right. And he's already achieved far more than so many early game player that I've seen, even in terms of the speed in dungeons, and his team is so unconventional that I just got mind blown away after I saw his post on Reddit. So I just show your Giants and Dragons team on recording, and they are mind blowing me. So good and so fast,
well,
and you don't see any of these units.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 versions of my Giants team, which there's the version with Lulu, which has never failed. Honest to God, has never failed whatsoever. And then you can sub in Shannon for Lulu right now to get the attack buff, and that makes it less stable. I'd say something like 80-85%, but it does make it faster. So that's that. Dragons is my Dragons team is so much fun. I think my Dragons team is at least 90%, probably better than that, and pretty quick. And it's just, I don't know, at the point of my progression, I've never heard of people doing Dragons as quickly as I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's incredible. And the team is different. That's the whole point. It's not the usual Megan Bella thing.
And so I tried a lot of things. I kind of tested a bunch of things. Lapis does work. Right now she won't, because I switched some runes around. I just like Aegir in that spot better, but it is very possible to do a fully farmable version of what I'm doing. Earlier on, I had a high-speed Lapis, which actually, even with only Loren stripping, worked, because you have less immunities that get off. So it wasn't perfectly consistent, but it was good. You can get a 100% team just using Shaylock instead of the Lapis or Aegir spot. And I did try that, and that worked great. It was just slower, to be honest. I just kind of, I'm okay with losing an occasional run here and there to speed it up. So anyway.
And then one of the things that I discovered is you're running Necro team as well, like sort of building it.
Yeah, I mean, I made a post about that, and I was very clear. I just kind of did it for the Rage runes and to do a few test runs to see if I could do it. And I did it really well. And then unfortunately I changed a few runes around, and I lost my turn order that I had on Necro. And right now the team's not stable, to be honest. You can still run it with Sophia instead of Lapis, but yeah. So at the moment, Necro is a type of thing you can get in and do, but not farm right now. Put it that way.
Yeah, I can tell. I just sub in Loren. And Lauren's way too fast for this thing.
Exactly.
She's not moving to put a slow debuff on.
And that's exactly the problem. Yeah, and that's part of what I lost. But yeah, Loren, you want her nice and fast for D10, and Vio Loren in 99% of the game is absolutely incredible. But unfortunately in Necro, it can mess things up. So
yeah. So I just realized that the fact that you are utilizing Loren instead of Bella in early games allow you to transit into Necro much faster than usual, because people have to go through like, I need to build a new Necro team now, and it sucks because all these units I don't use. But because you have Loren, Lapis, Colleen ready, Sigmarus is okay as a sort of the last single target damage dealer, but to sub in for Sophia, there are so many other options, but you only have like more than half of the team ready, and you have to build Colleen anyway, which is incredible.
Right. It is, yeah. It's nice, and to be what I actually intend to do. So I don't know if you looked at my storage yet, but I did get pretty darn lucky with RNG. I haven't used any of those units yet, and I intentionally kind of tried to separate the stuff I've used from the stuff I haven't used for you, so you could see. But I did pull 3 twins so far, and so I do want to.
How?
I pulled 3 twins and I pulled Lucian, and like here's the thing,
and you don't really use them.
Exactly. I don't, and because I kind of wanted to prove to people like, hey, like I'm doing this with my own idea and with farmable units and with like kind of minimal like cash investment and stuff. But so I got lucky. I've kind of blown my summon zones twice so far. I blew my first load on the Lucian rotation
Mm-hmm.
and I did nail him. And my second load I blew on the Talia rotation, and that was like absolutely outrageously lucky. Because in that rotation, I nailed Talia, Kamoon. I mean, I think I did 30 summons. Yeah, it was like about 1,500 summon stones.
Mm-hmm.
And I nailed Talia, Kamoon, Delphoy.
Are you kidding me? I can get no lightning from that shit. From 1,500.
That was legitimate luck. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I can't pretend it was anything
definitely.
But yeah, and then I hit Maruna and Zenobia off of just random scrolls. So I do actually, what I want to do is fairly soon, not immediately, because right now I want to get Trial of Ascension hard done, 100, and so I intend to do that either this rotation or the following rotation.
You can
now that I have a Beretta actually in my hands, and a Mav, but I intend to do that. But I do actually want to just create a Necro team of Colleen plus probably actually Chilling.
Oh, so you want to make a slow Chilling.
And then exactly, yeah, I will actually just make him slow Chilling. I'll probably just keep him 5 stars. Actually, he's been doing fine at 5 stars. And then triplets, and I think that'll be just enough for a team. Would be because that Chilling gives you that. As long as I speed tune him right, he gives you that speed and that slow debuff.
Yeah.
Colleen gives you everything, and then the triplets will just eat away. So
I have to warn you that the twins that you have, only the water one is PvE friendly. Maruna is more, I would say, more PvP because she does AoE stun, but there's certain situation in PvE that she's useful, like TOA or the Fire Beast later on where you need a lot of AoE. The Wind one is very PvP focused. She doesn't give any debuff. Right.
With the Guild War lead, and she's interesting.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say focus on the twins for DB for Necro, because the things that you have right now already are Necro friendly in a sense. So you don't have to make them up unless you pull, let's say, a Shiner or the Water Boomerang. Then you can make the Water Twins into Necro, and it's gonna destroy it.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely gonna shoot for a Shayna whenever her rotation is. I'm not hitting on any more rotations until Shayna appears. But yeah, other than that, I'm basically pushing towards TOH 100, and then I gotta figure out what's next on the plan, because I honestly moved a little faster than I expected. I didn't expect.
You have 7 6-star, 7 in total, and they work so many places. Actually, Sophia don't even do anything.
Exactly, Sophia. And that's what I was gonna say is kind of talk about the stuff I really enjoyed doing, but also talk about I kind of regret her.
Oh really? Oh dang.
Yeah, I mean, I think I still use her. I use her in PvP right now, but she just didn't turn out as well as I had hoped. That's simple.
If you want PvP, I would suggest making Thessarion as early as possible.
Yeah, I probably will build him. I was thinking. I also, of course, my first Nat 5 was Ophelia. And so I want to build her, but I don't think she's going to be that useful to me for a little bit. Don't.
She's very niche in PvP, in late game PvP, I would say.
Yeah. So anyway, but Thessarion, he probably will actually be my next 6.
Yeah.
So.
And he will take all the devil monsters that you're having right now, because maxing his skill is very important for the defense break and the extra damage. It's pretty big. He does big damage.
I've heard that, and I've thought about using him in my early raid team as well for the res lead. And just for the and getting some damage on the table from his debuff scaling. So
you can switch the Sophia skill entirely to him. I mean the runes onto him, so that he can do raid with vampire. It's better that way.
It's not a bad idea. I may do that. So yeah, he'll probably be my next 6, and maybe Mav as well. We'll see. I don't know. I still need to get Mav skilled. So
Oh, really? Oh, for TOA?
yeah,
Yeah,
he's still not
pretty good.
skilled.
It's pretty important for TOA.
Oh.
Man, you even nailed the crit rate correctly on this unit. I'm so impressed. Like
I nailed a what?
the crit rate on this unit.
Oh, okay.
Because you're running crit damage. There's no point running crit damage if you're having like 50% crit rate, which a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, why do you do that? Like the
Right.
Sigma's crit rate, the Lapis crit rate is so good. And you have a 100 bonus speed violence set on Lauren after 60 days of playing. What is this? And your Bernard is fast as well.
To be fair, like half of that set is the reward from clearing D10 originally.
Oh really? They give you that thing now?
They give you they give you a full
Vial
6-star set of Violent, like literally like all 6 slots.
Oh.
And they give including like a slot 2 speed. 6 stars. So that's actually pretty nice. So I think at least 2 of her runes are from that.
So I can see that you will skip Veramos entirely.
Yeah,
I like that. I like
no
that.
intention. I have no intention of doing Veramos. Yeah, I mean, basically, you could think of it. It's like, it's kind of like saving myself the resources of 3 6 stars, 2 to fuse him, and then 1 for himself, obviously, to make him a 6 star. And yeah, and I'm not even opposed to fusing him later if he's still like the only gene counter. Although right now, to be honest, he seems like a pretty bad gene counter because he lost like every game of the SWC in which he was picked.
Wow, this man even keeping up with the RTA meta.
Oh, of course.
Not bad. Yeah, he did lose every game then when they tried to pick him to count.
I mean, part of it's because even when he cleanses the provoke, that turn still gets consumed. It's kind of stupid, I think. But yeah. So right now, I don't see any reason I'd ever fuse him. But I might be willing to fuse him later if I actually need him. But my general philosophy is like,
No, wait till they buff him to cleanse stun, then you fuse him. Oh hell yeah.
Partly that, and partly also just a major fusion like him. It's a lot of resources, and those resources later down the line are very manageable. Don't take much time at all. Very early on, take a long time, and so it's just a question of doing it. I think when it's more appropriate. If I do decide to do it, I may not ever do it. So we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. But Sigmarus is like a must to fuse, right?
That's what I believe. Yeah, I mean, he is just unbelievable in almost like every part of PvE until you hit, the raid environment where HP scaling damage is nerfed. Until you hit there, like literally every other place he can be used. And he just, in my opinion, he just blows Vero out of the water in terms of his early game utility for TOA. I think it's just, he's so ungodly strong in TOA, and I don't think many people realize that yet, because they haven't really. Well, I guess at this point most people should know, but the difference between him before his buff and after his buff is insane. I mean, there was one thing I think that was really interesting is I've kind of been pretty involved in like the Discord, and yeah, and there's like a very established meta way of doing things, and I would always be questioning like, is that the most efficient? I'm not sure, and a lot of that kind of led me to, I think, kind of take the path I've taken. Kind of made me think about, what's the alternative to this, and like here's a really simple thing that came up a lot that was kind of interesting. Early game when you're getting your runes for G10, do you farm scenario, white and green runes, or do you go into G7? And lots of little arguments like that I think were pretty healthy for me. That some of the answers that have been passed down I don't think are as accurate as people think. So that's all.
With a 2 months old account, no, 57 days, not even 2 months yet. And he's already done so much in this game, and I can see that he's gonna run some weird ass speed team in the future, and I look forward to see your Reddit
Looking
post,
forward
man.
to it. Oh yeah, absolutely.